Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Aqeela Files. I'm Aqeela, and tonight we're diving deep into the shadows, where beauty twists into obsession and creativity becomes a dangerous game. If you love stories that make your skin crawl and keep you looking over your shoulder, you've come to the right place. Prepare yourselves, because tonight's tale is about to get very, very dark. My name is Aqeela, and my world used to be vibrant, filled with the scent of turpentine and the promise of a blank canvas. My small art studio was my sanctuary. That is, until Elias walked in. He came in 3 months ago, all wide eyes and shy smiles, asking for advice on charcoal. But his innocent facade quickly dissolved, replaced by something unsettling. His visits became more frequent, his presence a suffocating blanket. He started showing up unannounced, his sketchbook always filled with portraits of me. Not flattering, no. These were distorted, feverish interpretations, capturing a side of me I didn't recognize. His fascination felt possessive, a chilling possessiveness that made my skin crawl. He knew my routine, my favorite tea, even the brand of cat food I bought. Once he gifted me a framed sketch of my cat, a drawing I'd only mentioned in passing to a coworker. The thought of how he got that reference still sends shivers down my spine. The most disturbing incident happened last week. I was restocking pastels late at night when the shop lights flickered off, plunging everything into darkness for a terrifying second. In that instant, I heard a whisper, impossibly close, right by my ear. "You're so beautiful in the shadows." My heart pounded like a drum. I spun around, but the aisle was empty. The lights flickered back on, revealing nothing. I tried to dismiss it, telling myself it was just nerves, my imagination running wild. But then the paintings started appearing. Tucked away in my personal locker, small canvases, rough and amateurish, but undeniably of me. One showed me smiling, but with eyes like black, vacant holes. Another depicted me with sharp, elongated teeth, my form contorted in agony. The paint smelled strange, acrid, and felt unnaturally cool, almost clammy to the touch. My manager thought it was a secret admirer. My coworkers were baffled. I tried to report him, but without a direct threat. My concerns were dismissed as overreactions. Today I was cleaning brushes, the familiar scent of turpentine, usually a comfort. Then I felt it, a subtle shift in the air, a cold dread that seeped into my bones. I looked up. Elias stood at the far end of the store, not browsing supplies, but staring directly at me. His gaze wasn't admiration. It was hungry, predatory, stripping away my composure. He held something in his hand. As he slowly began to walk towards me, I saw it was a paintbrush, but not one from our shelves. It was ancient, its bristles matted and stained a deep, viscous crimson. A faint, sickly sweet odor wafted from it, like decaying flowers mixed with something metallic. The air around him seemed to ripple, a distortion in reality. I realized with sickening certainty that the brush was still wet, and he was coming for me. He moved with a terrifying calm, each step deliberate, his eyes locked onto mine. The crimson on his brush seemed to pulse in the dim light. The sickly sweet smell intensified, making my head spin. I backed away, my hands scrambling for anything to defend myself with a palette knife, a heavy glass jar of medium. The shadows in the studio seemed to deepen, stretching and twisting like grasping hands. The air grew heavy, thick with an unspoken threat. He was no longer just an admirer. He was a hunter. And this studio, my sanctuary, had become his hunting ground. With a final, chilling whisper, "You belong on my canvas," he lunged. The ancient brush, dripping its ominous pigment, arced towards me. Time seemed to slow as the crimson streak painted a horrifying trajectory through the air. I threw myself to the side, the brush missing me by inches, splattering its viscous contents onto a nearby canvas, instantly creating a grotesque, distorted image that mirrored his feverish sketches. The sound of shattering glass echoed as I knocked over a jar of solvent in my panic. Elias, momentarily startled, turned his intense gaze back to me, a chilling smile spreading across his face as he raised the brush again. I scrambled away, the smell of chemicals and decay filling my senses. Elias advanced, his movements unnervingly fluid, the crimson brush his weapon. I grabbed the heaviest thing I could reach, a large ceramic vase filled with dried flowers, and hurled it at him. It struck his shoulder, momentarily staggering him. He growled, a low, inhuman sound, and stumbled back, dropping the brush. It clattered on the floor, the crimson substance pooling and spreading unnaturally. Seizing the opportunity, I bolted for the door, not daring to look back, the chilling echo of his laughter following me into the night. The experience left scars, both visible and hidden. The art studio is now a place I avoid, a monument to a terrifying encounter. But Elias, he's still out there. His obsession didn't end that night. It merely shifted. And you might be next. Do you think your sanctuary is safe? Do you think your creative spirit is yours alone? Think again. Subscribe to the Aqeela Files if you dare, and share this story if you want others to know the chilling truth. Don't let the shadows catch you unaware.